Okay, so it's had been about 9 months since I started making Dissidia arcade moveset video. I have been got a lot of questions in the comment section about how certain game mechanics work, and consider there's a lot of changes, I am not surprised in the slightest. So I think it's a pretty good idea to make a video explain the basics of the new Dissidia game and the change they made from the previous title. A little shout out before we go. If you want more video about Dissidia arcade gameplay or a commentary, I recommend Leif D3HP channel. He made a couple commentary on the game mechanic and some specific character online match in really informative detail. So if you want to prepare to be the top player of the tournament of the game that hasn't been extended outside Japan yet, then check out his channel in the description below. Without further ado, I'll start with a super quick basic of the original Dissidia series from PSP. If you have already played it, I recommend skip to this time point of the video. Alright, here we go! So Dissidia Final Fantasy is a 3D arena fighting game with RPG twist. You might be thinking, oh, so just simply hit the opponent until their health hits 0, right? Nah, this is Square Enix game we're talking about, a modern Final Fantasy no less. Instead of just the attack, there are two types of them that are vastly different from each other. First is Bravery attack. See that number on top of the health bar? That's called Bravery. Bravery attack increase your bravery while also decrease the opponent in the same amount. You're gonna see a lot of math here, so be prepared. Second is HP attack. It will use the number of bravery to deal damage to health bar. After landing it, your bravery will hit 0 and will gradually reset to the default, aka base bravery, that you have in the beginning of the match. That means it doesn't matter how many goddamn bravery attacks you're getting hit. As long as you can avoid HP attack, you will stay healthy regardless of the amount of stabbing, burning, freezing, sapping, or exploding you get. On top of that, if your bravery hits less than 0, you will be in break state, where you can deal bravery damage to opponent and they also get a bonus bravery. If this happens, you can either wait for a while, land an HP attack, or land in a bravery attack to break out of break state, no pun intended. And there's also other tiny mechanics like Sunblock, Wall Rush, EX Mode, EX Blood, and you know what? If I had to explain all that, we're gonna be here all day, so screw that. Alright, so what is the difference between the original and the reboot? For one, the biggest change is a 3v3 team-based fighting mechanic instead of typical one-on-one battle. This really changed how the game will be played and feel. I will compare the reboot Dissidia to the original mixed with mobile games like League of Legends and some idea from Gundam vs Gundam Next Plus. Anyone? Anyone? Yeah, I'm not surprised you haven't heard of this game. It's a Japan exclusive on PSP no less, but it's incredibly popular there. If you still have a PSP or you know emulator, I really recommend on try this game out, even though you don't care about Gundam. Sure I don't. One of my friends happen to have this game and it's really fun. Okay, off topic, so what's part of Gundam vs Gundam that Dissidia have? Well, it's a thing I like to call it team health bar. In this game, each team have 3 players and 3 lives. If one player dies, the team health bar will decrease by 1. That player has the ability to move as a ghost for 10 seconds and can respawn anywhere while he's in the ghost form. And when your team member die a total of 3 times, it doesn't matter if all 3 members die once or just one idiot died 3 times, you'll lose. And this is a big difference. Your team matters a lot. Sure, your solo performance is still very important, but it will not help much when your 2 teammates are dead and 3 of them just started gangbang you. Unless you're Godly Cloud with 9,999 bravery with 10 buffs on top of it and able to land triple kill Omni Slash, you're gonna need your friends. Well, first off, let me explain how the arcade system works. If you're just a new player coming to play with only your quarter, you will be able to play every character except new character that recently released. But you're only limited to a select few of battle set. If you want to unlock skill, ability, or play rank, you need NESCA cards. Other than training mode and mission mode, which more or less are distraction than anything else, you can either play online match with your friends who sit next to you or go solo and pray you get a good teammate. A little side note though, unlike every MOBAs or team-based game like Overwatch that you match with your team and choose a character after that, here, you choose your character first and match with team later. The system will try to make every team as balanced as possible so it's not much of a worry. except when the new character just come out. If that happens, well, good luck trying to carry your team with a bunch of newbies. While you can change character when you already match with your team, you can still change your skill set though. And after that, the screen that shows both teams player try to assert your opponent a little bit, especially HP attack, so you know what kind of crap you're going to deal with. Okay, enough of menu mumbo jumbo, time for an actual game. You might wonder what the arcade controller looks like. Well, it looks like this. Looks pretty weird yet familiar, right? Cause it's basically PS4 controller when you remove 3 buttons in the center and the D-pad and then broke it down into 3 pieces. And that 4 button on the right, yep, it's the exact button from PS4 with a different symbol. And it's almost exactly like PSP game. Circle or 2 for bravery attack, X or 3 for jumping, square or 4 for HP attack, while triangle or 1 in this game is a button for EX skill instead of environmental maneuvers. What is EX skill, you might ask? Well, it's a replacement for EX mode and EX blast from the original. Yeah, it's sad to see those awesome finisher moves gone, but in terms of variety and usefulness, EX skill is hell of a lot better. You got this circle icon on the left side of the health bar, and the border represents the cooldown. It's more like ultimate ability for MOBA than anything else. Most of them have a really long cooldown, and each character have a different uses. Some are really strong single use attack like Tita's quick hit and lightning army of 1. Some are unique power-ups like Terra Trance and Cloud Limit Break, and other weird skills that really set every character apart from each other. That is only one of 3 EX skills though. Other 2s are EX skills that are available for every character. Wanna see some example? I got a video on some of them here. Other buttons including L1 for blocking and dodging, R1 for target dash, free dash and wall climbing, L2 and R2 for lock on utility, the touchpad for summon. They even have a voice chat, but it's more like a short greeting with a character voice. But the blocking system in this game is a lot different. Instead of basic stun block that allow you to counter immediately, they go with Super Smash Bros. Kind of block. That blocking won't cancel any attack, you won't take damage, but you will get stunned if you're blocking for too long. Dashing is also tweaked a little bit. You now have the dash meter limit the duration of dashing which you can recharge by hitting the ground. So dashing management is pretty important considering how useful it is. When it comes to moveset, if you somehow haven't seen any of my videos, bravery attack is fixed and you can't change it. Kinda makes sense, it's an arcade game so something has to be simplified. But instead of 3 ground attack and 3 mid-air attack, there are now dash attack that can be used while dashing. Heck, Tita's movesets are all about dashing. For HP attack, well, you can only choose 1 per match. This is probably the most controversial change so far. A lot of people were taken off by this limitation, but let me show you some math here, okay? Each team have 3 players and each character have 7 or maybe more bravery attack, plus 3 EX skill, plus 1 HP attack, so there's total of at least 33 moves to look out for. And that's not even count your own team. So yeah, more than 1 HP attack per character will make the whole game a visual chaos. Hell, even now it's still visual chaos. Another thing they changed a little bit or somewhat simplified is character type. While each character have their own unique mechanic, they can easily be classified into one of 4 types. Heavy type is a big jack of all trades. Their attack can cover every range from close combat, mid-range gap closer, or long-range projectiles. They also have a highest base damage compared to other types, and most of them have a lot of area of effect attack. It's perfect for occasional 1v3 dominant. Trust me, I've seen Furion hit all 3 enemies at once. And you have to remember, the bravery you get will be stacked per character hit, so you can easily get a total of 1800 bravery from one single 600 damage bravery attack. And that's also count HP attack. There is nothing more outrageous than a triple instant kill / instant win in just one single attack. While all of this is good and all, heavy type is still pretty slow. You're not gonna have a good time catching anyone with this mobility. Most of the attackers also have a pretty long animation. Sure, some of them have super armor to help you not getting interrupted like Omni Slash, but it's still a weak point. And while they all have an attack for every range, most of them can't compare to other 2 types, which lead to Speed type is a fragile assassin. Majority of their attack are solely for close range combat, either the multi-vertical directional attack like Sedan or Kane, or even purely for complicated godlike combo like Squall and Lightning. The combo potential for Speed type is ridiculous, cause in reboot version you can easily follow the attack after you wall rush the enemy, so that's almost guaranteed to attack in a row if you are near wall. And Speed type character is perfect for this. They are really fast and can easily drag an opponent to the wall. The mobility is also top notch. They can easily lock onto someone and find him and murder the crap out of him. If this is only one target, their attack are mostly single targets, so they can't do much against more than one enemy. Not to mention, you need to be at really close range to land an attack properly, which is the exact opposite of the next type. Shoot type is what will you expect, a long range mage or marksman with a ton of projectiles. Their job is to shoot anyone in their range, either help their melee character teammate intercept or wombo combo, or using their projectile to zoning and keep the enemy away. They are characters that specialize in either of these or maybe balance of both roles, so they can easily be considered as both DPS and support. And like DPS and support in MMO, they need protection, cause they can't do jack crap at close range and their speed is just as fast as or maybe even slower than heavy type, so running away ain't gonna be that easy. The last type is unique type. Is unique. Yeah, there's no other way to describe it. Most of them has a pretty balanced stat, but they also have quote unquote really unique mechanic, and you're gonna see it yourself, so go to my Moveset video for more detail. With all of these types, you would want your team to at least have 3 different types to balance things out. One of heavy, speed, and shoot is the most balanced, but you can replace one of them with unique if you want. But some character have a secondary type too, like a hybrid if you will. So it is not necessary to be perfectly balanced. Have some focus, but don't go 100%. The last thing that they improve are summon. Summon in this game are much cooler than before. Instead of just an artwork, this time it's an actual summon. Appear on the arena and make the arena even more visual chaos. Kinda like in the Final Fantasy 15 if you think about it. I got a whole video explaining how it works, so there you go. I guess that's pretty much all of the basic of Dissidia Arcade. If you got any more questions, that's what the comment section are for. While there's not any new character announcement, I'm gonna still try to make a video. I actually have an idea about character discussion video talking about their moveset and chain in each patch, especially for my older video. So until next time, I'm gonna keep playing Final Fantasy 15 until Nock finally comes to Dissidia. Wake up, you sleepyhead!